I didn't think of it as support anymore. It had started that way, maybe. A few transfers when things were tight. A conversation about just until things stabilize. But at some point, the language disappeared. No one asked anymore. I just sent it. It became a date on my calendar. Quiet, predictable. No acknowledgement needed. I told myself that was maturity. When my sister texted about Christmas, it didn't feel strange at first. "Hey, we're not doing Christmas this year. Just too expensive. Hope that's okay." I read it once, then again, like there might be something hidden between the lines. There wasn't. I typed back, "Of course." Makes sense. Even added a small "we can celebrate later" to soften it. She heart reacted. That was it. I remember sitting there a little longer than necessary, phone still in my hand. Not upset exactly, just adjusting. Like something small had been moved inside me and I hadn't figured out where it landed yet. I told myself it was practical. People cut back. Traditions change. I even felt a little relieved. One less expectation to meet. The photos weren't sent to me. They just appeared, in that passive way things do now. Suggested posts, tagged faces, a glimpse you weren't meant to analyze too closely. Matching pajamas. That was the first thing I noticed. Not because of what they were, but because of what they implied. Planning, coordination, intention. My sister, my mom, her kids. Even the dog had one of those little red sweaters with a bow. There was a tree, lights, wrapped boxes. It looked warm, not extravagant, just deliberate, like Christmas hadn't been canceled. It had just been adjusted. I didn't zoom in. I didn't linger. But I didn't scroll away immediately either. There's a specific kind of silence that settles when something becomes clear without anyone saying it out loud. I sat in that for a while. Then I locked my phone. Her message about rent came 2 days later. No greeting. "You're still good for mom's rent this month, right?" It wasn't harsh. It wasn't even careless exactly. It was efficient, like confirming a bill payment. I read it once, then again. I noticed how cleanly everything fit together. How nothing in her tone had shifted. No reference to Christmas. No pause. No recalibration. Just continuation. Like I existed in one column of her life and nowhere else. I typed back, "Of course," sent it. Put my phone down. There wasn't a moment where I decided anything. No surge of anger. No speech forming in my head. Just a quiet, almost administrative awareness. This only works because I keep it working. I opened my banking app the same way I always did. Same account, same scheduled transfer. I stared at it for a few seconds longer than usual. Then I canceled it. No hesitation. No undo. Just done. The credit card took a little longer. Not because it was harder. Just because I had to find the number. She'd never called it mine. But it was in my name. Always had been. Another thing that had drifted from temporary into permanent without discussion. I reported it lost. Requested a replacement. Changed the login. It was all very procedural. No anger required. The voice note was the only thing that felt different. I didn't script it, didn't rehearse. Just held the button down and spoke. Spend time with your real support system. I almost added more. Something about boundaries. About respect. About being included in the parts of family that didn't require a bank transfer, but it felt unnecessary. I let the silence at the end sit for a second, then I released. 8:12 a.m. That's when the calls started. I know the exact time because it woke me up. One call, then another, close enough together that my phone didn't fully stop vibrating. By the time I looked at it, there were already notifications stacked on top of each other. Missed calls, texts, more calls. I didn't open anything right away. I just watched the numbers climb. When I finally did, the tone had shifted, not dramatically, not at first. "Hey, I think something's wrong with the payment. Call me when you see this. Did you change something? Then, please respond. Mom's rent is due today. Why would you do this without telling me? And eventually, please respond." 34 missed calls. 15 messages. All inside an hour. I sat on the edge of my bed, phone in my hand, reading through them again. It was strange, not satisfying, not exactly, but clarifying. For the first time, the structure was visible from the outside, not the version I'd been telling myself, the real one, the one where my presence wasn't required, until it was. I didn't reply immediately. Not because I was trying to make a point, I just didn't know what the reply was supposed to be anymore. Anything I said would either reopen the old pattern or try to explain something that had already explained itself. So I sat there, let the phone go quiet again. Around noon, another message came through, shorter this time. What are we supposed to do? Not accusatory, not demanding, just exposed. I read it, then set the phone down beside me. I could still feel the echo of everything. Years of small, unspoken agreements. The ease of saying, of course, without thinking. The way I'd fit myself into a role that didn't require me to be seen. I didn't feel powerful. I didn't feel guilty either, just aware. The silence felt different now, not empty, just mine. And I wasn't sure yet what I was supposed to do with it.